Yo, this is Corey from B-Boy Tech Report. I just want to go over Chord right quick. And let's just get into the video. I'm going to show Chord back here. It's just kind of doing what it does in the background. Now, I won't make the greatest melody because I just threw something together here, threw a little quick patch together just to kind of make it move around and show you exactly what it does. So here, I'll explain it and then we'll listen to it. This is the Chord module by Qubit, and this is B-Boy Tech Report, just a quick little overview, sort of review. Dope module, by the way. Check it out. All right, so what I got going on here is, all right, we're just gonna pull these joints out. All right, so chord, here's what you have. You have the root note, third note, fifth note, seventh note, and the mix. These are all outputs. The mix is the sum of the root, third, fifth, and seventh notes, right? So if you go individual, that's the root, that's the third, it's the fifth, seventh, and mix, the actual chord. All right, so that's what we have there. And I'm just gonna modulate these things with the Batumi Quadra LFO and show you kind of how some of these things go. So here we have the waveform, and you can sweep through the waveform like so. You have the voicing, and that can be any of these: closed, drop second, drop third, spread. See how the chord changes? All right. Then you have the inversion: third, second, first, root. And you can sweep through those and see how the chord changes. Hope you can hear that. It's not direct audio because I really wanted to just explain how this thing works right now. All right, the quality. You can go through major seventh, minus, dominant, half, diminished, so forth, so on. You see how the chord quality changes as you sweep through that? So any of this stuff can be modulated. You can send gates to it. These are the CV that control, you know, waveform, voicing, inversion, and quality. The Triad, what that does is play the seventh chord note or play without. Harmonize, basically what harmonize does is what chord quality does, but automatically, according to the CV melody that's being played, or bass line, lead, whatever the volts per octave is being played through the CV here. Harmonize will go ahead and try to harmonize that, approximate the best chord quality. All right, so as you can see, when I hit harmonize, there's nothing modulating quality, but you can see the quality jumping according to the melody that's coming through there. So we'll turn that off. You can see here, this is fine tune. And this is coarse tune. All right, so now I'm gonna modulate it. I hope you can hear this. I'm gonna try to get back to kind of where I was, at least approximate it. What you're hearing now is sort of like a filter sweep, because it's sweeping through the waveforms. And it'll do that as smoothly or as slowly, fast as you want. Depending on where you have this positioned, it'll move through those chords even slower. or the waveform is even slower. So now let's modulate voicing. So now it's I have Batumi modulating with a sine wave the voicing. So you can see that it's kind of smoothly running through the voicing. And depending on how you have these knobs positioned, it may just stay on the first, it may just stay on the square, or if you have it kind of straight up. It really depends on how it's going to modulate and which points it's going to hit. So we'll turn it about right here and it'll sweep through more of those towards the bottom and give you a little more smooth. All right, so now I'm going to modulate the inversion. Alright, and like I said, depending on the position of the knob, you'll get different chord qualities and different inversions or whatever you're modulating. And now we'll modulate chord quality. Alright, so that's the chord module, and if I was to hit harmonize, it would obviously kind of ignore the chord quality and try to approximate what's coming in through volts per octave. If I hit the triad, it's adding the 7th note into the chord. And you can just have everything just straight up. Or if you just want to play the 7th note, right? But no polyphony, 3rd, no polyphony, root. It's just the one note. You put it in mix, and you get the chord. So yo, that's the chord module. So yeah, that's the Chord module. It comes in at $3.99. It's by Qubit, and it's a really dope module for a number of reasons, but mostly because you get polyphony or pseudo polyphony, however some people want to say it. But if I could play multiple notes, whether the module is making it happen or whether I'm making it happen, that's polyphony in my book. So yeah, this is the Chord module. Like I said, it's $3.99. It's by Qubit, and it's a dope module. I mean, there's a lot of potential, a lot of things that you could do with it, and I think there's potential for you to kind of discover things over time. For instance, I was at KnobCon just this past weekend, and Qubit, at the Qubit booth, they used a nanorand with like a random output rhythm generator and threw that into Chord, and it really did some ill stuff. And so there's a lot of potential. Like I said, I think it's a dope module. I'd recommend it, and they sold out. So if you want any, you're gonna have to wait to the next wave, unless of course you're watching this way later, and there may be plenty available at that point. So yeah, Chord module by Qubit, B-Boy Tech Report, certified dope. Check it out. Subscribe, and we'll be back with some more fresh stuff for you next time.